It's a bright sunny afternoon here in Dublin, and I am so looking forward to do my second reaction. Yes, to those who tune in and go, he's done this again. I didn't realize that the internet had broken up the video in the first reaction. I was very robotic. But I go back to being just as enthused as Monica Naranjo, and I call her the queen of pop culture throughout the Spanish singing, not speaking, singing world. She is phenomenal and has been for 3 decades, as we're going to see. And it doesn't matter if I react to it again, because this song is not a fresh song. It's not a new song. It's one of those iconic songs from a festival that's coming up called Eurovision. And in Benidorm, it is the place every year now where they bring the artists around the country together under a festival atmosphere to perform, and for the people at home and for the people in the audience to select the song they wish to represent Spain in the Eurovision. This year it was a flamenco song. People have asked me, CC, what do you think? Because I feature a lot of flamenco on my channel. This is all I've got to say. I have argued this point last year, and I got a backlash from a lot of people who said, you don't understand flamenco music. For an Irishman, I'm telling you, I certainly do. And go and check my reactions to the flamenco music I have on my channel. I won't tell you who by. Rosalia is one of them. Go and check the rest out. I love flamenco music, but I think there is a time and a place for a particular song. And I personally don't think people are going to get in a festival at Eurovision pop culture why a flamenco song was chosen. They're not going to get it. And I say that in the utmost respect. Andalusian people last year backlashed at me and said, because there's a certain group, 3 ladies went forth, and I said, I'm glad they didn't pick it. Spain needs to up its game, and they certainly did with Chantel's entry in 2022. And it proved right. It was so popular because it was a pop kind of, it's the kind of thing that woke the whole audience up and they all responded. Now, a flamenco song has won this year, and you'd wonder if all the people who backlashed last year said, we're going to make sure this gets through. I personally do not think, and I'm going to say this, it's going to perform well. People don't understand flamenco music, and they don't understand why in a pop festival that people need to be, they paid thousands of euros in hotel fees, getting ready, you know, all enthusiasts of Eurovision, and they're there waiting for something special, something to uplift their spirits. And I have to say, it's a phenomenal flamenco song, but you either understand it or you don't. And 99.9% of people watching don't understand cultural songs. Flamenco songs fall into that kind of traditional song. It's a phenomenal song, but will people get it? We'll see come the Eurovision this year. But during the performance of Benidorm, the wonderful Queen of Pop sang 2 songs which I featured. This is my reaction to number 1. The other one is attached. I've done 2 reactions because Monica Naranjo deserves that. 30 years she's been the Queen of Pop, and if this song had been a song that Monica entered Eurovision at, she would have won it. This version, she's twisted the lyrics a little bit, but she's done a phenomenal job. Let me give you a little background information on the person she's taken the inspiration from the song. We all know who it is, the incredible Dana International. To all Eurovision people like myself, I still have fresh memories of her win. But to be honest with you, her performance was, I have to say, she was totally exhausted after just performing it once, and then when she had to go and perform it again, it was like, there's videos of her totally exhausted and falling as well with exhaustion. But we get into 1998 and the contradictions of a contemporary Israel in the figure of Dana International entered the competition. Born Yaron Cohen in 72, she became a phenomenon in Israel for her club hits including Seder, Sultana, which began as a parody of Whitney Houston's My Name Is Not Susan, and was a New York club hit in the summer of '93. The same year, Cohen went under gender reassignment surgery. Named Best Female Artist of the Year in '94, her second album went platinum. Donna was selected as Israel's official entry to the '98 Eurovision Song Contest, an annual extravaganza, as we're going to find out again. It's just getting better again and better, in which some 40 countries or more compete. Now, Israelis cheered and Orthodox Jews cheered, and everybody in Israel cheered when Donna went on to win, appropriately with Diva. Telling critics that her success proved God was on her side. A recording contract with Sony followed, and in 2005, poll by Israeli news site Net saw Donna voted the 47th greatest Israeli of all time. Think about that, a transgender person who was accepted, won in the competition, led the way in the music, and was voted 47th greatest Israeli of all time. That's a phenomenal leap forward from non-acceptance to being proclaimed, you are accepted, girl, as a woman. Absolutely phenomenal. When it comes to Monica Naranko, what is there left to say about this queen? But a little bit about her. She was the host for the controversial show Temptation Island, and also performed the opening theme song of the program. At the same time, she worked on a second volume of the EP series Mezcentricities, entitled Les Quatre Sessions. This second album featured a cover of Radiohead's song, and she still hasn't stopped. Move forward to November of 22, she released her new album, Mimikita, which I am going to feature many songs from over the coming year. And why am I so enthused about the Queen? You shall see. Take a listen. Thank you. Oh, Monica, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm going to say this. If people say, why did you? And I'm just going to take this away because I don't want any interference. I just want to say this. Of course I'm going to get involved. Eurovision song. And it's iconic. And I danced like that. And I'm going to tell you a little story. Well, once upon a time, there was CC living in a shared apartment in the early 90s, late 90s. And Declan, you know who you are out there, gothic man that he was, heard that song one too many times and came in to my room, took it out of the disc player and smashed it and said, I hate that song, I'm sick of listening to it. He said in that manly voice. But anyway, I forgave him. 2 years later, I moved out and stuck the fingers up to him and went on with life. Gothics. And I never replaced it, funnily enough. I was psychologically damaged. But when it comes to the lyrics, we don't need to really go too deep into these lyrics. It really is a song about being a diva, and there's comparisons to Cleopatra. There's references made to the icons of the world of strong women, because that is what Monica Naranko is about. If she can change the lyrics a bit, she'll make it into almost an anthem for strong women. And that's what she's done in those lyrics. We don't need to go into a detailed description today. It's an iconic performance. It's an iconic song. You got the bio. You understand what it's about. And Dana International is still looked upon not by just transgender people, by binary people, by other genders of sexuality, as an inspiration to be who you need to be. I often say in life, I grew up as a gay man, initially in England, and it was very liberal in England, and then we came to Ireland. And I have to say this, it was very difficult being gay in Catholic Ireland way back in the 90s, earlier in the 80s. Whilst all the wonderful music was being produced around the world and people were celebrating the 80s and the 90s music, people like myself had to hide in corners and not speak too much and not be seen out in the streets holding hands and showing love to your loved one. We were the minority, we were the silent minority, we were the people that had to just remain hidden. All these years later, in 2023, Ireland now has gay marriage. Gay people are accepted. Your sexuality is accepted. People are allowed to be themselves in a freer democratic society, and it's wonderful. So when it comes to iconic performances and remembering what turned things around, Dana International led the way. The only thing I have left to say in this video is, Monica Naranko, you never accept any offer to go into Eurovision. You are up there. You are floating. You are the clouds that we look up to. The hide, the sun that blinds us. You are that person, that performer. You've just proven it. You don't need Eurovision, even though the amount of people that say, wouldn't it be amazing, CC, if Monica Naranko represented Spain? No. They also asked me about Fangoria. I said, no. You've got the queen of electronic pop, Fangoria, and the queen of pop herself, 3 octaves high. And we've seen her, how strong her voice is there. Monica Naranko, they don't need it. They're enjoying their time of life. They're just enjoying their performances and music now. And equally as beautiful as Monica is, she's gone on to host TV shows and been just as accepting. And she was hosting the Benidorm Festival this year. And the only 2 performances that I enjoyed was hers. I'm biased, but I'm truthful. So thank you for listening. Take care. Don't forget to press and like and watch my reaction to her other performance. And in this video, I've forgotten what the name of the song is. But all you Spanish people will know. Take care for now. Bye bye.